Hi, I'm Range Wonk and I'm going to be showing you some little tips on how to catch hackers. This video is mainly for staff on my server using their commands to catch hackers, though there are a few tips and tricks in there which players can also use to catch hackers. When looking to catch a hacker, it's always a good idea to have some sort of recording software on your computer to help provide proof so that you can send the evidence of the hacker to me so that I can then deal with the hacker. I'm going to show you the first thing, which is auto soup, which allows the player to automatically heal themselves. This allows them to stay in combat 100% of the time without having to worry about healing themselves. All staff members can look for this, so can players, though it is much easier for staff members to look for this as they have a command to look at a player's inventory. Command to do this is inf-c and then the player's name. I'm going to be using Deathcourt as a test account just to show you that the hacks, what different type of hacks and how to find them. So we're now going to look at Deathcourt's inventory. As you can see, he is in the Kit PvP world. There's different types of auto soup, so you may not always see the same type of auto soup, and it's somewhat harder to see than others, but the majority of them are the same. Now there's two different types that I'm going to show you. So this is the first type. So all that's happening on the first type of auto soup is the player is dropping the empty soup bowls out of his inventory onto the floor, and automatically full soup out of his inventory is moving into his hotbar. This means he's always got full soup in his hotbar, and he's not even eating the soup. The bot, the hack client, is automatically healing himself as well. So he's pretty much just got sword in hand 24/7, and it's very hard to kill players with auto soup like this. But when they eventually run out of soup, they die, and you can see him dying once his inventory changes from the sword. Now the second type of auto soup they won't throw out the empty soup bowls, but they will move the soup bowls into a slot of their inventory. So if any player is stacking empty soup bowls, there is a good chance that they are using a hack client. There's some legit players do use this method, but this is obviously a hack client, as the speed that the empty soup is going into the inventory and then the new soup is going up. It's also a good idea to watch players while you are watching their inventory, because if they are moving and fighting, then you know definitely they're hacking. Though if they stop for a split second and then the soup comes up, it may not be 100% hack client and they could be playing legitly. So it's always good to make sure that they're in the corner of your screen, or you're watching them on a different account at the same time, to make sure that they are 100% fighting while their soup is going up into their inventory, to be safe and 100% proof that they are using a hacked client. There's also a couple of obvious ways that people are hacking. One of them is Kill Aura, also known as Force Field or Auto Aimbot. If you walk near a player that has this enabled, he will attack you. So if they're fighting someone, it might be good to walk up behind them while recording, and if they quickly turn and attack you, then they are likely to be using aimbot. Though it's not always the case. They may be in F5 mode until you come in, or they might just turn and attack you. But in this case here, it's quite obvious that Deathcourt is hacking. Sometimes they may just look at you and follow you around, although if they've got it 100% enabled, then they will be attacking you. So if I sneak up behind him here, he will just turn and attack me automatically, and he will just follow you around. If they're flying around the world or really fast speeding running, then it's likely they're using a hacked client too. If you're going to assume that someone's hacking from flying or speeding, make sure that they're not using kits such as Superman or Sonic, kits that give players the ability to teleport or run or fly around the world. But even if they are, they may still be hacking, so it may be worth recording them anyway and then sending the evidence to me. There's also other types of hacks, such as derping or headless. This is one type of hack, so if you see players doing this, then there is a good chance that they are hacking, though it is possible to do it legitly just by spinning around like this. So you may want to look for other evidence as well. if their head is inside their body, like like so now, then it is quite obvious that they are hacking, as it's not possible to do that unless they're looking straight at the floor. But if they're attacking you at the same time, then it does mean they are hacking, so that's also another thing to look for. If players are running across the world while typing and sending messages in chat, that could also mean that they are using a hacked client. So look for that. If you find that in your video proof as well, that could also be considered as evidence. And I'm sure there's a few other little things that could be used as evidence for hacked clients, but if you know them, then record them and send them to me as well. If you're staff on the server, then you may be able to use the vanish command on the Kit PvP world. To do this, just type /v. It will make you invisible. Only you can see yourself. No other players can see you. So you can follow players around like this, and they won't know you're there. As you can see, R8 has got no idea that I'm here whatsoever. Some staff, I think it's Moderate Plus, have access to spectator mode, which will allow them to fly around the world. They could also use this to watch people while in Vanish or not. But yeah, that's pretty much the tutorial finished. I hope you learnt a couple of things from this tutorial, and see you in my next video.